The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has backed the 50% hike in telecom tariff, saying inflation should be reflected in a company's business operations. There have been tons of reactions from the stakeholders since the increase was announced on Monday. While the telecoms firms say the increase ought to be higher than 50%, labor unions and National Association of Telecommunications Subscribers (NATCOMs) believe the deal favors the companies and puts the masses at a disadvantage. Edun revealed this at its ongoing 2025 World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, that the government reached a compromise with the telecoms firms to ensure that businesses are sustainable. Inflation has increased and it must be reflected in the business operations of telcos. While their prices are regulated, they cannot implement arbitrary tariffs. The rising cost of living must be considered, and I believe the 50% tariff adjustment is just the starting point. It's about compromise, timing, and sequencing these necessary changes, he emphasized. Ever since there was an announcement on the 50% tariff hike, there have been mixed reactions towards it. I would love to have your opinion on this development.
I mean, this is the highest level of insensitivity from the government.
Why do you say so?
Yeah, why I say so is they have even. I'm even surprised that the minister of the economy, Wale Edun, acknowledge that there is increasing inflation in the country. In this increasing inflation, you say you are backing the telecoms, you are supporting them for the 50% increase in the tariff. It's high level of irresponsibility and insensitivity from them. You cannot think of how to ameliorate the sufferings of your people. You are only thinking of how to add to it. What kind of government is that? Where is the social contract? I just wish the NLC would engage with some of our members in the CSO, civil society organizations. These telecoms should be boycotted. Before telecom, we survived.
Okay.
Yes. People were writing letters, communicating to America, communicating to Europe, everywhere. We survived.
But things have changed.
It has changed. And the change, is it to adversely affect us?
Okay.
People, is your income increasing that way? When they asked them to pay 650,000 naira for minimum wage, what did they say? They came up to how much? That amount, if you take it to sleep in a hotel, is just 2 days. If you want to lodge in a good hotel, 80,000 naira is just for 2 days. 80,000 naira cannot feed a family of 2 for a month. So what is that? Now, let me tell you, though I don't have the statistics to back it up now, but I want to believe that these telecoms have made their profit. You know how when they started in 2001, Econet, MTN, before all these ones that kept changing their names every day. They have broken even, they have made their profit, they have recouped their investment. Why coming to? You see, our people are very insensitive. They are very insensitive.
But I would love to ask, these are businesses operating. Don't you think this increase is a two-way thing? Or because one of the claims is to sustain these telecom operations based on the rising cost of inflation. So let's look at it from two perspectives: on the side of the consumers and the business operators.
Okay.
So I don't think it's justifiable, considering the fact that inflation.
How is it justifiable?
Inflation has spread onto other.
It has spread onto. I just told you now that they have recouped their investment. If you want to see, if you want to do this, How can these people are so insensitive? I keep saying it. They even said 100% before our government sluggishly arrived at 50% with them. Why should it be 50%? If there should be any increase, it should be gradual.
Okay.
It should graduate.
Okay.
Maybe from 5%.
Okay.
In 2016, I remember when this thing came up, the Senate then stopped it. They didn't even allow it to happen.
Okay.
And nothing happened. And they were sustained. So if it happened then, what is different now? Was Nigeria in Ethiopian economy then?
Okay.
It was still the same. I have never seen where they say there's no inflation in Nigeria. I grew up, I started hearing that word, inflation, in Nigeria. So that inflation was still then. It was even higher. Now they say it's 15%. And I don't know, I don't believe these their statistics.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't know how they arrive at those things, but as far as I am concerned, those statistics are incorrect.
So what if this tariff hike could improve the quality of services these telecommunications give out?
They should. That is even the issue. There is no underlying factor,
okay,
that assures us that their services is going to improve. Yesterday I couldn't make calls. I keep calling somebody, I'll be hearing the person will not be hearing me.
Interesting.
And instead of them to address these issues, these anomalies, and even give compensation to customers, they are talking of increasing the price. Now we are going to calculate our monies spent without receiving the services. They should pay us. They should compensate us.
It could be a gradual process.
This one will now be a gradual process, but there will be a sharp increase in the tariff. Then compensating the customers who have been loyal to you since 2011.
As a socio-political analyst, what would you advise could be done in this case?
In this case, they should revert back to the current price until the Nigerian society, the Nigerian citizens, come to a compromise of how much they need to.
Okay, so you're soliciting for a dialogue before an increase is
There should be a dialogue. Not with the people who... Wale Edun, does he buy recharge card?
I can't tell.
I am telling you, he doesn't buy. These telecoms will just give them a free bill. Yes. That's what they do. These politicians, most of them, do they buy this? They give them. I don't know how they do it, but I know that they just have free subscription. Is it surprising? That's the reality. So he doesn't buy it. They will give him maybe in his Wi-Fi will be free. Anybody that comes around his house will use the Wi-Fi.
These are businesses. They keep giving free Wi-Fi. How will they make them profit?
That is why they are supporting this thing. If they are buying it like you and I do, they won't support it.
We never can tell, sir.
These people are insensitive. I've said it here in this studio time with that number that the Nigerian leaders only have people who specializes in the format of punishing their citizens instead of alleviating. Look at what is happening in the US. A pragmatic leader, he already knows what to do and he has started doing it. Things are balancing up in the US. Already things are balancing up in the US. He already says between the first quarter within the first year in his office, he has already told you how the inflationary rate will drop to. He has put the modalities in place. Like we read, he has told manufacturers in other countries that if you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your products in America. If you want to be safe, come and manufacture your produc If you don't want that, you pay high tariff before you bring in your goods to America. And they don't have option than to come and do it there.
But you know, before he made such statements, he understands the capability of his country and the system in place. If we would advise our government to take up such steps immediately.
You see, I told you, this is somebody that knows his onions. Our leaders don't even have any. What they do is they go and copy and paste.
Okay.
What have they sat down to think out on themselves? If they don't have these speech writers, who do you think writes for Trump? I don't think. Trump, the man talks from what he knows. He's a businessman. Your own leaders, what businesses are they traced to? What are their businesses that you know? You know, we should. It's high time we begin to look inwards into who we call our leaders, the people who present to be our leaders, the people who present for political positions and offices. What are their businesses? Where have they worked? What has been their input in the society before you come out to be before you come out to say you want to contest any election? Your antecedents should be looked at. What was your business? Who are you? You don't just come out from the blues and you say nobody knows what you do, how you earn your income, because you have people see you are wealthy, and you now want to stabilize yourself. You say you want to be a politician, you want to contest for governorship, you want to be the president of Nigeria. What are you? What is your business? How many people are under your employment? Nobody can trace, because most of them do illegal business, and they want where that politics will protect them and enhance their illegal business to continue and thrive. They don't have the business acumen. They don't even understand the economy. They don't understand the economics of this nation. And people who understand it, they will not allow them to see the light of the day. And that is why we will continue to rigmarole in this country.
Oh, we're getting better.
Sorry?
We are getting better.
We are getting better. I am not saying it.
Like the president said, we're taking baby steps.
Baby steps. At 60-something years. How old is Nigeria? 1960 till now. Is it 54 years or